Have you ever felt this way? You want to achieve something big. You dream about success. You imagine a better life. But when it's time to act, you delay. You say, tomorrow. If you have ever been ambitious but lazy, then this story is for you. It may change how you see your life forever. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by green fields and tall trees, there lived a young boy. He was 25 years old, strong, healthy, and full of dreams. He often told his friends, "One day I will become successful. People will admire my achievements, come to me for advice, and respect me wherever I go." Everyone admired his ambition. But there was one problem: he was lazy. When the sun rose, everyone else began working, but the boy stayed in bed. While others worked hard under the hot sun, he sat in the shade talking about his dreams. Whenever there was work to do, he always said, "I will do it later." He had big plans but never took action. He loved imagining success, but he hated the hard work required to achieve it. One evening, his wise uncle came to visit him. Looking around, the uncle noticed that the boy's opportunities had been left untouched, just like an empty field where nothing was growing. He asked, "My son, why have you done nothing? You talk about success, but I see only wasted potential." The boy smiled and replied, "Don't worry. I'll start tomorrow. Just wait and see." The old man sighed because he had heard the word tomorrow far too many times. To teach him a lesson, he took out 2 small bags containing 2 different seeds. "These are not ordinary seeds," he said. "They are magic seeds. The first is the seed of ambition. If you plant it and care for it every day, it will grow into a tree that brings success, happiness, and abundance. The second is the seed of laziness. If you plant it, it will grow quickly, spreading weeds that destroy everything around it. Now both seeds are in your hands. Your future depends on which one you choose to nurture." The boy looked at the seeds and thought, "Of course, I'll choose ambition. I want success." But when morning arrived, he felt tired and said, "I'll do it tomorrow." Days turned into weeks, and out of boredom, he planted both seeds. Then he forgot about them. He spent his time sleeping, gossiping, and dreaming instead of working. One day he returned and was shocked. The seed of laziness had covered everything with thick weeds, while the seed of ambition was weak and almost dead because no one had cared for it. His dreams were slowly disappearing. His uncle returned and said, "Look carefully. This is your life. Ambition is like a tiny seed. It needs effort, discipline, and daily action to grow. Without care, it dies. Laziness, however, grows on its own. It spreads quickly and destroys every dream in its path. You wanted success, but laziness has been stealing your future." The boy fell to his knees with tears in his eyes. For the first time, he understood that dreams alone were never enough. Only consistent action could keep them alive. That night he couldn't sleep. He thought about all the time he had wasted and all the opportunities he had lost. Quietly, he promised himself, "If I don't change today, laziness will control my life forever." The next morning, before sunrise, he got up and began pulling out the weeds with his own hands. It was painful. His back ached, and his hands bled, but he refused to stop. Every day he watered the seed of ambition and cared for it with patience. Slowly it grew into a strong tree that brought fruit, shade, and prosperity. More importantly, the boy himself changed. He was no longer lazy. He became known as the young man who defeated laziness through discipline and determination. Dear listener, this story is not just about one boy. It is about every one of us. Inside each of us are 2 seeds, ambition and laziness. Ambition grows only when we feed it with effort, discipline, and action every single day. Laziness grows by itself, but it quietly destroys our dreams. So if you are ambitious but lazy, remember the story. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Water your ambition. Pull out the weeds of laziness. Because the longer you wait, the closer your dreams come to disappearing forever.